Adegboruwa weighs the chances of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar at Supreme Court. Popular lawyer Ebun-Olu Adegboruwa has weighed the chances of the presidential candidates still trying to unseat President Bola Tinubu. These are Labour Party's Peter Obi and People's Democratic Party's Atiku Abubakar. Both lost at the Presidential Election Tribunal, but have, however, vowed to advance to the Supreme Court. Commenting on the judgment, Adegboruwa said it was predictable because it largely evolved from the decisions earlier reached at the Supreme Court. While he, however, believes that INEC should have been chastised for failing to do electronic transmission exactly as it promised, Adegboruwa, in an interview with The Punch, doubts if the Supreme Court can produce a judgment radically different from the tribunals. He says, "Well, I think that from what the justices read out, the facts of the case were irrelevant to the fate of the two petitions. This means they should have isolated the points of law and submitted them to the justices for determination, which means that those petitions would have been determined even before the winner was sworn in. As it were, the evidence of the Labour Party and PDP were irrelevant to the decisions of the justices. Those pieces of evidence were either thrown out or they were not found credible. It's a lesson that maybe in future, petitions like these, you could just isolate the legal points. If somebody wins in another state and doesn't win in FCT, can he be declared president? If somebody has a criminal record, as it were, can he be declared president? If somebody has a passport of two nations, can he be declared president? If somebody was nominated by another party, of course, here, those legal issues could have determined the petition. All of us would have been at home without the tension generated, and all the blackmail on the judiciary, which were unnecessary, would not have emerged. Because of this, we don't expect that the Supreme Court will do anything different because the decision relied on by the justices were the decisions of the Supreme Court. Because of this, we don't expect that the Supreme Court will do anything different because the decisions relied on by the justices were those of the court, particularly the one for the vice president, which was determined in May. Based on the position of the law, it's going to be an uphill task to upturn that judgment.